hello. I am back with my weekly reflections. So today is week 5 of me doing this consistently. Um, so a month, which I am quite proud of. It's a bit quite late again that I'm recording this, but nevertheless, it was a good day full of learning. I definitely did my important things today. So the week was actually pretty intense, but great. I can see how things are unfolding and how me taking action is now showing me the path. And yeah, this week I'm very grateful for seeing the path and for being given one. So, what I've been doing for the past months is I've been healing, I've been doing a lot of inner work and I've been, trying to create content just because it feels right, just because I want to do it. And I've been really looking inwards. And now the next step has appeared in front of me, which I am shocked. I cannot believe that this has happened, but I've been accepted to a network school. I applied and I got accepted, and I am extremely excited that just how everything turned out is that I was looking inward for the past couple of months, and I've done a lot of work. I've done so much work. And now the next step is that I am being called to go outward now and actually share whatever it is that my gifts are, just share it with the community at the school and participate and contribute and learn and grow with people. Because for the past, I'm a very social person. I love being around people, but for the 2 past months, I don't think I have been so. I don't think I've spent so much time in solitude ever in my life like I did here. And it just gave me time to really look inside and find out who I want to be and how I want to feel. And now, in a month and a half, I will join the community and I will go outward again with the new me, new year, new me type of thing, which I was so emotional because just of the way it happened was absolutely incredible. So that's sad. Let me share some takeaways from the week. I think the biggest one that I have been contemplating on is the fact that if you cannot accept and express your darkness, your negative emotions, your fears, your vulnerability, your neediness, whatever that might be, if you cannot express that, you cannot share your brilliance with the world either, because it is uncomfortable to share your darkness with the world. And as uncomfortable as sharing your brilliance with the world, because it will be different. It will be uncomfortable because your brilliance or my brilliance is very unique. It does not look like anything that you've seen out there. So it is as uncomfortable, if not even more uncomfortable. So the lesson is that if you shrink your dark side, you also shrink your brilliance. This is what I have been doing. I have been suppressing my negative emotions. I have been hiding them, pretending that everything is all right, feeling ungrateful for not being happy with what I have. So there was this, I have everything that I can dream of. Why can't I just be happy? Why am I so ungrateful? And you are not, this is next lesson, I guess, but like you are not ungrateful for wanting more. So it's okay if you're not happy, express it, accept it, and go from there. I know I know I was afraid to maybe share it with the people we love. We don't want to disappoint them. We don't want to make them sad, to be pessimists. We don't want to carry the negative energy, but it is part of life. This is part of who we are, and we have to express it, and we have to be honest with ourselves and with others. And this is the only way how we can also express our brilliance. And we still are grateful for everything that we have in our life, but we just know that something is not working and we move towards something that will work. I think this is just for me, like I think I understood it before in theory, but I finally internalized it and I finally grasped what it means, right? Just being unapologetically you, not shrinking any parts of you. If you're shrinking the negative, you're shrinking the positive as well. So you just stay small and you stay probably miserable, even though everything seems perfect. But if you are not able to show up as who you are, you will be miserable. This is just, I think, a fact. That's axiom. It doesn't need to be proven. If you hide, if you are not yourself, if you are pretending to be somebody to please somebody, you just will not be fulfilled. And you can be grateful all you want, you will still be not fulfilled. Just a fact. And what also goes from this point of just being like unapologetically you is that it is actually the only way to stand out in this world is to be unapologetically you. We think we need to be smarter, have some certain skills, be more, I don't know, fit or whatever. But you will only stand out if you are you, because there will be always somebody who is smarter than you, who is more fit than you, who is in any aspect of life, somebody would be better than you anyway. So the only way to stand out is just to be unapologetically, beautifully imperfect, you with the strengths that you have and with the weaknesses that you have. Really leveraging those strengths and being proud of your strengths and working on your weaknesses where possible, or or just knowing that you have them and that it is okay. You're imperfect, nobody is, you will never be perfect. Just be yourself and shine your personality, whoever you are, like your beautiful soul that was meant to express itself on this world with the unique combinations of genes and nurturing and everything, every single experience that you went through. You have to give all of this to the world by being unapologetically you. All right. So, also building on top of that, on being unapologetically you, there is a point of trust in yourself. So, for me, I know I did have, I don't even know how you call it, but like authority issues with, I had a very tyrannic father. I have one. He got softer with the years, but when I was young, he was very demanding and I had to earn his love. And there was no conversation with him. He will just tell me what to do and what not to do. And if I don't do it, he won't talk to me. That happened like once. I was 18 and he didn't talk to me for a year because I was not the way that he liked me to be, right? So I had to earn love. I have to prove love. I have to prove my worthiness. And I trusted everything that he said. So I did not trust my own judgment. I trusted his authoritarian judgment because he was my authority. And whatever he said, I just accepted as truth without analyzing it. So for me right now, just realizing that I need to start trusting my judgment without blindly trusting somebody else's. And it doesn't mean that I ignore the facts or the arguments that somebody's given me. It's not about that at all. It's just being grounded and being alert and being able to question whatever it is I'm being told and to be able to confront and to discuss, right? To have a, discussion about the subject instead of just blindly taken somebody else's opinion as the truth. So this is another big lesson for me, is trust my judgment, trust my intuition, be grounded in my own knowing, and ask questions. Don't be afraid to be disliked. This is another important lesson, right? Just make sure you're true and not necessarily liked. Make sure you're true to yourself. And if you are true, you will be disliked by some people, which is totally fine. It is normal. If you're liked by everybody, most likely you're not true to yourself. So this is the harsh truth uh, on this subject. And building on top of that, I realized that my kindness and my easygoingness and me being a good person in many cases came not from my strengths, but from my weakness. And it was, in many cases, a survival strategy. Because when we are liked, we feel safe. To be liked, we think we need to be kind and a little bit of, we don't think that, but that's what we do. We people please just so we survive, especially if it's rooted in some deeper childhood patterns and traumas. We think that if we are kind, if we are easygoing, we will be safe in society. Yes and no. Now you're adult. I am adult. I can take care of myself. I've proven that many times. I am safe with myself. I am all right. I will be fine if I'm not liked by somebody. But of course, those patterns, they are very strong patterns. They are rooted to our biggest needs, or rooted in our biggest needs of safety and belonging, being loved, right? So those are the three most important things everybody wants: is safety, belonging, and love. So it is difficult to break those patterns, but it is possible when you're aware of them. If you know that your kindness, your easygoingness is a survival strategy, you understand that you need to build a backbone and allow your kindness to come from that backbone, not from your fear, but from your strength. And at that point, I asked ChatGPT, but like, what about I want to be feminine, right? How do I like balance that? How do I stay kind and gentle and soft? And I liked what he said. He's like, this is a this is a misconception that femininity and strengths are the opposites. They are not. Femininity can also come from a place of strengths. Gentleness, kindness, softness comes from a place of strengths. It doesn't have to come from helplessness and fear. And I think that is very powerful. It comes from a place of knowing who you are, knowing what you want in life, knowing where you're going, what's important to you, and not attaching your safety to the outcome of interaction with this particular person or situation. Being strong and sharing your kindness and softness and gentleness from that place. Yeah. So I think that would sum up my week. And honestly, all I have this week, I am crying with tears of joy and gratitude for what I went through over the past months or 2 or 3, and for how I finally was able to let go and take action. I didn't know what I'm doing, right? But I was just taking some kind of action, just trying, and how the past appeared in front of me. Yeah, just a lot of gratitude. I really feel some kind of divine intervention, and honestly, I've been praying for path and for guidance, and I'm just beyond grateful right now. And I hope you find your peace, you find your path. Don't be afraid. Just take action. Clarity does not come from overthinking, it comes from action. So, whatever you think you need to, don't think about how it will look like. It's gonna be shit. Nobody will watch it. It's okay. Just do it. You cannot start if you're not, you cannot get good at something if you don't start, if you don't suck at something. Like, it just doesn't work this way. So whatever it is, just make time for it, and the clarity, the inspiration, the energy will appear. Have an amazing week, and I will talk to you next week.